All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wadash, the honors to the apostles and elders of Ray Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting the good fight of faith and truth in sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers. Shalom to you. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. If it ain't about salvation, you shouldn't care about it. So if it's anything outside of pleasing the Lord, you shouldn't care about it. Now, we are on the earth. We have, responsibilities down here. Most of us have, children, woman, job. So those things, you do the best that you can when it comes to that. But what I'm talking about is this. There's nothing wrong with drinking, but there's something wrong with excess drinking. It's nothing wrong with laughing, having a good time, as long as it's controlled. Because what people need to understand, and most people don't understand, now the ones who are in this truth do understand this, but most people are not. So most people don't understand this, that if you do something that make you feel good, that's what your flesh will want to do all the time. And you find yourself, going deeper and deeper within that fleshly thing. You know what I'm saying? So I actually want to talk about salvation first, because what is really salvation? Obviously, salvation is being saved from something, but salvation in its entirety, this is what salvation is. This is something that we got something to look forward to. This is the best gift that the Lord is going to bless us with. So this is what you call salvation right here. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. All right. That's the biggest blessing that you can get. But now I'm going to backtrack to my original statement, the opening statements of the video. Now, going into pleasing your flesh, which it's all about keeping your eyes single. Yahweh Shai said that for a reason in Matthew 6:22. He said that for a reason because it is a lot of temptation out here. So the sown places is still sown. People are still able to wiggle around and do what they want to do if they have the means to do it. So you can catch yourself, binge watching TV all day. You might want to step out with your significant other. But guess what? Now, I'm just speaking as a man. You can do what you want to do. I'm just telling you what I do. All right. You can step out with your significant other. Now, I'm using a scenario now. This haven't happened to me, but you can step out with your significant other and have a great of time. Now, all y'all thinking about is that great time that you had. Now, 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10, you and your woman, when it comes to the truth, you in the truth, she's not. OK, so she still do her thing. You do your thing when it comes to concerning the Lord. She respects you. And, that's basically the best it's going to get. So what I'm saying is this. Now, y'all found a common ground where y'all can enjoy each other. See, the thing is, you setting yourself up to fail, because now your woman is like, oh, well, remember that one time we went to this one spot? Now it's an every weekend thing. Now, you know what? I heard that they, on a Wednesday night, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you putting yourself in a position to fail. So the reason I'm even making this video, that if it ain't about salvation, you shouldn't care about it. OK, don't allow nobody because if you watch my videos, I made plenty of videos talking about being not over righteous. All right. Because I'm not saying you can't enjoy yourself, but it should be limited. If it's not limited, you will slip. I'm going to come back to this. Let me see. I think it's here. So this is why Yahweh Shai said this. Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. Listen, you are, for the time being, we would definitely find out, whoever is chosen. But right now we're called. We've been called into his marvelous light. So we are under a different vibration. That means Satan and demons mess with us more than everybody else. So those temptation is the testing of your faith. Satan will vex you to the point of he's trying to overthrow you. But if you are the Lord's, it won't happen, So you always being tested. People around you, demons always jumping on them, especially your significant other, your children. So Satan, of course, is going to attack people that's close to you, to get on your damn nerves. All right. Then, as a man, we live in Babylon the Great. It's nothing but ass and titties everywhere. You a man, right? Now, the water, Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai, that I have discipline, but I ain't about to sit out here and act like I don't look. So what I'm saying is temptation everywhere. Then, if you're not smart, one of those women that you're looking at smile at you, and then you actually try to go talk to that girl, that woman can overthrow you. Okay? She don't give a damn about what you talking about. But your ass is, eyes all big, mouth all watering, because you want that. She'll have you wrapped around her finger. So the point that I'm making is that if it ain't about salvation, you shouldn't care about it. Don't allow family, friends, your woman to knock you off your square. All right. So it said, watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. The spirit is indeed willing, but the flesh is weak. See, the flesh is weak. So now going back, this is the biggest blessing. This is what really what salvation is overall. All right. When the Lord beam us up off the earth, that's real salvation. But within the salvation, the process is he's going to be changing us. So it says, for this corruptible must put on incorruption, this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then should be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. Because you can't die if you can't sin. Okay? So that's what salvation is. Also, get another one. Yeah. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, not the house of every nation, not all nations, the house of Israel. After those days, saith the Lord, I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they should be to me a people. They should not teach every man his neighbor, for you dumb motherfuckers who want to say that we in the new covenant already, but we out here on the highways and byways. Your ass in the new covenant, but you trying to tell us that we going off. So you don't know the scriptures. All right. In the kingdom of heaven, ain't nobody going to be teaching nobody. We're going to be in our glory. That's the new covenant. So it says, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. Ain't that what y'all doing? But let's get back to the topic. So it says, know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. And that's what we're doing when we're telling you. You trying to tell us that we going off. We telling you that you going off. But the Lord said, from the least to the greatest, we going to know the Lord. So how will we have to teach anybody about the Lord and his ways? So it says, for I'll be merciful for I'll be merciful to their unrighteousness and their sins and their iniquities. Well, I remember no more. And in that he said, of a new covenant, he have made the first old. Now that which is decayeth and waxeth old is ready to vanish away. All right. So that is what salvation is. Now, going back to, if it don't concern salvation, you shouldn't care about it. Paul said a great set of statements in the spirit. It said, and knowing the time that is high time to wake up out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. All right. So our salvation is very, very near. This is not the time to be drawn back. This is not the time to be less diligent. This is not the time to get caught up in unnecessary matters. Now, if you are job searching, all right, say you got a little bit of freedom right now, you job searching. So you might be like, damn, all right, but you gotta provide for yourself, right? So you got to do what you got to do. So like, say if you at a job, which I don't recommend anybody to leave their job, because I watch the market and the job market is trash. You probably won't get one. If you got one, consider yourself blessed. So, but let's say if you are looking for another job, and let's say you are able to actually get another job. Say if you was actually smart and you actually went to, make sure that this other job is on deck before you quit. So yeah, but the job is more hours than your other job. So then you have to really, really count the cost, because if you start putting more work into your worldly job and not your spiritual job, then which one you think the Lord is going to respect more? The Lord is not going to be looking at you like, oh, well, yeah, he's just getting a job. But then you went from doing 3 videos a day to once every couple of days, or you went from doing a video every day to 1 every 3 days. You know what I'm saying? So no, that's a smack in the face to the Lord, because the Lord said that you should be grateful for your daily bread. If your other job, the one that you left, right? If that job, you were still able to pay your bills and do everything that you needed to do, then you might as well stay. Okay, this is not the time to start. Like what the scripture says, unnecessary matters. That's in Ecclesiastes 3. All right, unnecessary matters, man. But anyway, it says, our salvation is nearer than when we believe. The night is far spent. The day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. Now look at what he called the works of darkness. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not rioting and drunkenness, not chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying. So that is talking about partying and bullshit, drinking and debating on scriptures. Okay? Going to the club, drinking. All right? Real quick. I forgot what chambering is. But I think it's the same thing as party and bullshit. A place for lying down, resting. Oh, so basically, let me see. Chambering goes into adultery. A cohabitation, whether lawful or unlawful, sexual intercourse, all right, male sperm, yeah, so going into adultery, or as the scripture call it, lasciviousness, sexual lust. So going back. So it says, let us walk honestly as in the day, which that means that you know what you are part of. You're not in the dark like everybody else. You know what's about to come down the pipe. You know what the Lord expects of you, and you know the judgment that is coming. All right. Not rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness. Wantonness is not having self-restraint, not being disciplined, not in strife and envying like these other false prophets do. All they want to do is debate about the scriptures. I don't believe that this means this and that means that, and don't want to teach the name and stuff like that. So it says, but ye put on Yahushua HaMashiach and make not provisions for the flesh. So this is why, if I remember the title, if it ain't about salvation, you shouldn't care about it. You should not be trying to make provisions for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. Can you go out with your woman, which I will recollect, I will recollect that, not by yourself. You know what? I want to go step out tonight. We ain't in that time. All right. We ain't in that time. And who's to say that the Lord won't judge your ass in the club? You know what? I want to go take a vacation. I got a couple extra dollars. You should be helping out the brotherhood. You think the Lord don't see you? So this ain't the time to be not disciplined. I put it that way. So yeah, you want to, if your woman be like, baby, can you please come out to this R&B concert? Nothing wrong with that. That's not my thing. And I'm not even saying that I wouldn't go, but I'm going to try to get out of it. I'm going to try to get out of it more than to go, because I'm not in that time, man. I want to make it. I don't know about you, but I want to make it. Okay. I don't got time to put myself. Ooh, Made me think of this. Now you remember Terry Crews on White Chicks, right? Remember he was all in the club, blowing whistle with glow sticks, popping, locking, all in the club with his shirt off. You know, the club got the best of him. So this is why I say, for all things are not profitable for all men. You got to know your spirit. You can go out and get turned out. See, you was doing so good, and then all of a sudden, you know what? You got bored one day. You're like, I want to do something, man. I want to two-step. You know what I'm saying? First of all, the music demonic anyways, and then when you go to the club, you enter to the dungeon of demons. But yeah, let's say that you want to do that though. Now you got turned out. Some men can do that. They have a more disciplined spirit than you. That's why the scriptures talks about examine yourself. You got to know who you are. So, for all things are not profitable for all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything. All right. So that means that you got to know your limitations, and most people don't. All right. If you've been a man in this truth for a little bit and your ass have never been out like that, and you basically, you know, you still in the truth, right? So whatever you've been doing right. Don't try to switch it up. It's too late in the game to be trying to switch shit up, man. If it ain't about salvation, don't care about it. Okay? If it ain't about pleasing the Lord, don't care about it. Oh, matter of fact. For in times past, our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, reveling, banquetings, and abominable idolatry. So these are the things that we was doing before we came into the truth. Why would you even see another thing too? The flesh would get you to try to rationalize in your mind, like, you know, I'm a man of the Lord now, so I can go do the old things that I used to do, you know, and be more disciplined. See, I know the truth now. I could go to the club and step out and still be a man or a woman of the Lord. I know better now. Our fight is not against flesh and blood, okay? But principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. Listen, Satan would love to see your ass in the club two-stepping with alcohol in your system. He might get a nigga to bump into you. All right? Now you having fisticuffs in the middle of the dance floor. Who knows how that would turn up at the end of the night? So yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. But like I said, whoever watched this video, you gonna do what you want to do anyway. Our job is just to, you know, give some, you know, edification, exhortation, and comfort, you know? So, wherein they think it's strange that you run not with them. Talk about the people, your friends of the world, your family. Man, you change. You don't run with us no more. You ain't, that's good. Consider yourself blessed. So it says, wherein they think it's strange that you run not with them to the same excess of riot, speak evil of you. So now they calling you in a cult now. I don't know about that, man. You think God, they don't know, they don't even know God, but they always talk about, you think God this, you think God that, you think God will care about this? Yes, I know he would. You don't know. So anyway, it says, who should give an account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead? Let's talk about the ones who got the truth and ones who without the truth. Because to remain, what I say, Proverbs 21:16, they that wander about the way of understanding should remain in the congregation of the dead. Okay. So it says, for this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are dead, the ones who don't got the truth, the ones who didn't believe the truth, that they might be judged according to men in the flesh, but live according to the Most High in the Spirit. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. That's what it's all about. If it don't concern salvation, don't care about it. But the end of all things is at hand. How much more now? This was 2,000 years ago. All right. Be you therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Sober talking about be sound minded. All right. Be disciplined. Be perfect, as Yahweh Shah said. And talk about perfect according to the doctrine, because this is what we live by. You got to know the word, man. You got to know what the Lord requires of you. So I'm going to end it on this set of scriptures right here. Lord willing, this was edifying. So we looking to be changed in a twinkling of an eye, that we don't got to worry about death no more, and to escape judgment. Because to be changed, obviously we have to escape the judgment that's going to come. So, and take heed to yourself, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting. That's excess lust. Drunkenness, you know what that is. The cares of this life. Woo! Boy, make a lot of people fall out. And so that day come upon you unaware. Why? Because you're not watching. The flesh is the flesh is weak and the spirit is indeed willing. All right. As a snare should come upon all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore and pray always. Pray without ceasing, that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that should come to pass. So you know what's going to come to pass. What manner of man you ought to be in all holy conversation and godliness. 1 Peter 3:10. 2 Peter 3:11. Matter of fact. So it says, and to stand before the Son of the Man. And guess what? When you stand before the Son of Man, that means that you're going to get a crown. You change, you in your glory. Yahweh Shah had to go through his, purging. He had to go through his sacrifice. Now he in his glory. We trying to enter into that same glory, man. So if it ain't about salvation, you shouldn't care about it. Lord willing, this is edifying, and shalom.